Hello and welcome to today's episode of Project Fox Repair. You join me inside the engine bay of Scarlet. Why? Why not? Look at the space we have. It's a shame in the next couple of episodes we're going to fill it back up again, but needs must. So yes, welcome back to what can only be described as the tidying up the loose ends that I missed out on yesterday when doing the AC delete. Today's video we are going to be putting the power steering system back and we'll also be removing Scarlet's baby teeth. That's the two little prongs that would normally come through the bumper at the front of Scarlet. Now some people think that they're tow hooks, but actually this is a nice wee Anoraki pub quiz fact. Those two hooks are put in when an imported Unos is coming out of Japan and going anywhere around the world. They were attached to the front of the car so that they could be anchored down. Not a lot of people knew that, and you'll sleep so much better tonight for knowing that. So first things first, now that we've got a bit more space in here, you can now see the AC compressor pump The AC compressor has been removed, as has the plate, so that reduces quite a bit of weight. I think in total it's about 30 kilograms is removed once all the AC lines and everything's out, so that's a good sign. Saves me having to lose weight, which, let's be honest, that ain't happening anytime soon. So now what I have done, I did talk about this during the AC removal video, where some people say that you can basically put one of the bolts in the front to stop oil coming out that you remove from the AC plate. You can't, that doesn't work. I had to nip down to my local hardware store and buy a bolt to put in it, and that is it's a M8 2540 bolt. That's what goes in the front, and apparently all that does is it stops oil from seeping out of the car at some point. So yeah, the less leaks the better. Now though, we need to get on and actually get the power steering put back, and I've not been looking forward to this at all. The first thing I'm going to do is put on a pair of gloves, because after yesterday's rather oily session, my hands are still bogging and they've been scrubbed to the point where I think I've taken a couple of layers of skin off. So today, for this job anyway, I'm wearing gloves because there was a lot of oil, and I mean lots of it. Granted, it was all crud and road crap that was all over the compressor as well, but not this time. So first things first, I can see some old bits of rust. Let's just get rid of them. More weight reduction, bro. And I'll need to tighten that up. In fact, I'll do that first. Be interesting to see how long these gloves last before they end up all ripped in a mess. I am imagining it will not be long. Wait, is that in? Is that threaded? It certainly appears to be. Some people don't even bother replacing this, but to be honest, I'm not taking the chance. There, that's intact. Next. The next bit, I need to put the power steering pump back. Feed the bolt out. I've got to be honest, after yesterday, with the weather being as bad as it was, I am so glad. What a difference a day makes. I mean, it's still cold, but I'll take it. I'll take it being cold and a bit windy, as long as it's not blowing a gale and horrible rain. Right, just need to wiggle this back into place. Hold the line collar. It's actually going not too bad. Don't say that! Right. So, if that is in line, that should slot straight through. Is that in place? I could really be doing with a persuader. It does look like it's lined up. You should just slide straight in. This is why I don't like wearing gloves. You can't get a feel for what you're doing. Alright. Oh, for God's sake. Come on. Pretty sure that's lined up. Oh, there we go. Like a glove.
Spectacular!
Right, I don't want to tighten it up too much yet because I still need to get this back in place. And we need to put the new belt on. The new belt is obviously smaller because without the AC adapter in place and all the gubbins for that, you need a smaller belt. So to that end we've got one of these. Just need to get that fitted on. Do that before everything gets tensioned and put into place. Down there. There we go. Right, so now that's back on. Fit this thing back. Next screw in. And then we are close to being back to where we started. It does make you love doing this job. So that's now in, that's pretty much in position, so I can tighten that up. And now it's just a question of getting the right tension on the belt, which I think is actually close already, believe it or not. It's supposed to be that it's like thumb tight. You can just push it down and no more. So you're not getting slippage. Yep, that will do it. This puts this back in place. Stops it from moving. I don't think any of that's going anywhere now. Famous last words, of course, where I'm concerned, but I might try and crank the engine just to be safe and make sure that that pulls. Right, it's a 23 for the front, and put that in. Oh yeah, that works. Couple of cranks. I have remembered to take the car out of gear obviously for this. There we are, that's working fine. Happy days. Right, the next job on today's video. Removing Scarlet's old baby teeth. That job went suspiciously easy. In fact, I didn't expect it to be that quick. However, we now have Rusty Bolt Alley to deal with, and yeah, as per usual, not looking forward to it. That's probably, if I ever release a book, going to be what it's called. Not been looking forward to it. So we need to remove the old baby teeth, that's what they get called. It's the tie down hooks for when a Unos is getting imported into the country. Now, I'm not sure if I'm going to remove this one today because I haven't yet bought a replacement tow hook for this side, but this side has to get removed because when the number plate was smashed to bits, the old plate for that was destroyed with it. It was bent out of shape and everything, so I had to buy a completely new number plate bracket and holder. Now, the old number plate holder that I bought, it was cheap and nasty, to be honest. It did the job and did the job just enough. It basically was just this part, and it came with a bracket which screwed down into this tie down hook. But to be honest, that's cheap. It also looked not very nice if you were up close and personal, and to be honest, when the damage was done, it actually caused more damage to the bumper when it got bent up out of shape, because it basically horsed it into the side. And thanks to Phil, obviously, I think he's got that repaired as well. So yeah, if we're going to do the job this time, let's do it right. So this should be quick and easy. Yeah, I know, nothing on this car is quick or easy. So yeah, let's get stuck into it. And I was going to use penetrating fluid, but I've ran out. So today we're going to just try some brute force and ignorance. All we're doing is putting on this plate, which looks a bit suspect. But that basically will go here in place of this, which is all bent, buckled, broken, and in a mess. So underneath there is, I wonder if I can show you actually, I'll show you on this one. There is 3 bolts that need to be removed, and as you can see, much rust. So yes, this will be a fun job, and I believe, are these 12s? Are they 14s? They're not 14. Oh, right, that's a 23. You fucking half-wit. I am having a sneaking suspicion that I should really be putting on penetrating fluid, because these are not going to come easily, if at all. Oh, we've got one. One. Oh! It's actually lifted me. I've lifted myself off the ground trying to get this removed. Obviously, with penetrating fluid, this probably would have came off a bit easier. As long as it comes off, that's all that matters. Two, and the last one. Whew, that actually came off a lot easier than I was expecting. Look at the rust. The rust. Ooh, yeah, that's nasty. Right, this one only goes on with 2 hooks on the penis shaped bracket, which is just one of these here I'm just putting the old ones back in because what difference does it make, to be honest. I know that a lot of people say that you should put in completely new bolts, but it's only going to end up a mess again anyway. Should have copper greased these up as well, but not to be. There we go. There. That's it on. Sorted. Nice new penis shaped number plate holder. Basically all that does is once the bumper's back on, I can just slot this through there and then that's it. The number plate can sit off to the side like it used to, and happy days. That's it for this edition of Project Fox Repair. It's quite a short one today. Well, I hope it's short anyway. On the next episode, I'm going to be putting back Scarlets radiator. I'll see you then. Obviously, remember, comment, love, share, subscribe, go for a walk, order some shopping, whatever else you're going to do. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care. See you then. Can't wait to get you running again.